Before we made our slasher opening, we looked at 7 examples of other different slasher openings. I looked at a certain target audience in mind, this being a teenage to young adult range. This signifies that the genre slasher tends to be more of a complicated and heavy genre to follow, from the slashing of the characters to the choice of the way they're killing the characters. This is where I feel our slasher film could be a good idea for the slasher genre and would be a success. Distributing films come from major companies such as Warner Brothers or Universal Studios. However, they are American businesses. In the UK or England alone, the major film companies are Warp and Working Title Films. Looking at some of the films which they have been produced are low-budget indie films such as Donkey Punch and This Is England, also Dead Man's Shoes. These are from Warp Films, due to not much funding and being based in the UK. We also, for our slasher film, would choose either Warp or Working Title to look for ideas of distribution. Working Title are more of a bigger company as they have funding from NBC Universal, which means that they have more of a chance of getting their films out to the distribution stage. These companies then distribute the films into their cinemas, then onto televisions, which then can be viewed by the public and then get put onto DVD. The distributors are also responsible for the advertisement and commercialism and marketisation. This is where the money comes from, which is the big 6, which are the top 6 film companies in the world. Working Title is a subsidiary of one of the big 6, which is NBC Universal. This is where they get all their funding from. They have a higher budget film, which is probably maybe not the best thing for us as we don't have the funding. So bearing this in mind, the English film companies such as Warp and even more low budget indie film company would be probably Optimum Releasing, which would be a good choice to look at examples for distributing our slasher film.